Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam.
Hello students, this is Dr. Raghavi from Gujarat University and I welcome you all to the part 4 of accounting for non-trading concerns. Let us have a quick recap. In part 3, we have studied about 1. Meaning and specimen of receipt and payment account, 2. Difference between income and expenditure account and receipt and payment account with illustration. In part 4 of accounting for non-trading concerns, we will study about preparation of different components of annual accounts and annual accounts from the given different situations. First, let us see illustration where information is provided from which only income and expenditure account is prepared. Illustration 1, you are provided the information of Excellent Sports Club, Vadodara and an income expenditure account for the year ending 31/3/2024 has to be prepared. The particulars are as follows. Subscription received rupees 20,000, sale of old newspapers 2,400, investment in government securities 21,600, purchase of furniture 14,600 rupees, income of entertainment program 18,300 rupees, building construction expense of club 76,000 rupees, legacy received 43,400 rupees, honorarium to secretary 8,200 rupees, postage 3,200 rupees, closing cash balance and bank balance 31,800 rupees, bank expenses 1,200 rupees, income of charity show 28,000 rupees, ground maintenance expense 5,200 rupees, purchase of library books 26,600 rupees, general expenses 6,800 rupees, lifetime membership fees 9,500 rupees, repairing expenses 3,500 rupees, entrance fees of which 40% is to be capitalized 12,000 rupees, sale of old furniture book value of which is 14,000 rupees is at rupees 11,600, expense of charity show 12,000 rupees, charity 30,000 rupees, hall rent received 7,400 rupees, expense of entertainment program 12,200 rupees, locker rent 2,800 rupees, government grant 27,600 rupees, donation received for building of the club 90,000 rupees, printing and stationery expense 4,000 rupees, tournament expenses 6,600 rupees, subscription of newspaper 5,600 rupees, opening cash and bank balance 3,300 rupees, investment interest 2,800 rupees, purchase of sports equipment 24,000 rupees, canteen expenses 5,600 rupees, income from sale of sports equipment 1,400 rupees, annual function expenses 5,400 rupees. Additional information provided is subscription outstanding is of 20,000 rupees. 2. Honorarium to secretary is payable of 28,200 rupees. Let us now see the solution. Trial balance is not given, thus from given information revenue, incomes and expenses are to be segregated. From the given information, income expenditure account is to be prepared. Accrual system shall be applied to prepare income and expenditure account. Incomes and expenses of current year will be taken into account. First of all, let us identify the nature of given transactions. Only revenue income and revenue expenses would appear in income expenditure account. The first transaction is subscription received of rupees 20,000. It is a revenue income. The second transaction is sale of old newspapers of rupees 2,400. It is a revenue income. Investment in government security is of rupees 21,600, which is a capital expense. Purchase of furniture of rupees 14,600 is a capital expense. Income of entertainment program of rupees 18,300 is a revenue income. Building construction expense of club of rupees 76,000 is a capital expense. Legacy received of rupees 43,400 is a capital income. Honorarium to secretary of rupees 8,200 is a revenue expense. Postage of rupees 3,200 is a revenue expense. Closing cash balance and bank balance of rupees 31,800 would appear in closing balance sheet and closing balance of receipt and payment account. Bank expense of rupees 1,200 is a revenue expense. Income of charity show of rupees 28,000 is a revenue income. Ground maintenance expense of rupees 5,200 is a revenue expense. Purchase of library books of rupees 26,600 is a capital expense. General expenses of rupees 6,800 is a revenue expense. Lifetime membership fees of rupees 9,500 is a capital expense. Repairing expense amounting to rupees 3,500 rupees is revenue expense. Entrance fees of which 40% is to be capitalized amounts to rupees 12,000. 60% is considered as revenue income, which is 9,600 rupees, and the rest 40% is a capital income, which amounts to 4,800 rupees. Sale of old furniture of rupees 11,600 is considered as capital income. The capital income is 11,600, but 2,400 is loss on sale of furniture is a revenue expense. Expense of charity show rupees 12,000 is considered as revenue expense. Charity of rupees 30,000 is considered as capital expense. Hall rent received of rupees 7,400 is a revenue income. Expenses of entertainment program amounting to rupees 12,200 is a revenue expense. Locker rent of rupees 2,800 is a revenue income. Government grant of rupees 27,600 is a revenue income. Donation received for building of club amounting to rupees 90,000 is a capital income. Printing and stationery expense of rupees 4,000 is a revenue expense. Tournament expense amounting to rupees 6,600 is a revenue expense. Subscription of newspaper amounting to rupees 5,600 is a revenue expense. Opening cash and bank balance of rupees 3,300 is considered as a opening balance of receipt and payment account. Investment interest of rupees 2,800 is a revenue income. Purchase of sports equipment amounting to rupees 24,000 is a capital expense. The canteen expenses of rupees 5,600 is a revenue expense. Income from sale of sports equipment amounting to rupees 1,400 is a revenue income. The annual function expenses of rupees 5,400 is a revenue expense. Let us now see the adjustments. The first adjustment is subscription outstanding of rupees 20,000. As it is outstanding revenue income of the current year, it will be added to the subscription of the current year, that is revenue income. The second adjustment is total honorarium to secretary payable of rupees 28,200. Here total payable honorarium is given as 28,200 and paid is rupees 8,200. Thus, rupees 20,000 will be added. It is outstanding expense of current year and so it is a revenue expense. After having understanding of given transactions, we will now prepare income expenditure account. Let us see the debit side of income expenditure account first. The first entry over here is honorarium to the secretary paid, which is rupees 8,200. In it, we will be adding the outstanding honorarium to secretary of rupees 20,000. The total honorarium paid amounts to 28,200. Then comes the postage expenses of 3,200. Then there is bank expenses of rupees 1,200. After that, there is ground maintenance expense of rupees 5,200. The general expenses are recorded on the debit side and the amount is 6,800 rupees. The next expense is repairing expenses of rupees 3,500. The loss on sale of old furniture amounts to rupees 2,400. The expenses of charity show is rupees 12,000. The expenses of entertainment program is rupees 12,200. The printing and stationery expense amounts to rupees 4,000. The tournament expenses of rupees 6,600 is recorded then. The subscription of newspaper is rupees 5,600. The canteen expenses is rupees 5,600. The annual function expenses is rupees 5,400. The excess of income over expenses would be calculated later on. Now, let us see the income side of the income expenditure account. The first transaction recorded is the subscription amount of rupees 20,000. In it, we add outstanding subscription of rupees 20,000. The total amounts to rupees 40,000. Then there is sale of old newspapers of rupees 2,400. Moving ahead, we have income of entertainment program amounting to 19,300. Then we have income of charity show of rupees 28,000. After that, there is an entrance fee out of which 40% is to be capitalized amounting to rupees 7,200. Then we record hall rent received of rupees 7,400. The locker rent amounts to rupees 2,800. The government grant received is 27,600 rupees and the investment interest is rupees 2,800. The income from sale of sports equipment is rupees 1,400. the total of the credit side comes to 1,38,900, as the credit side, that is incomes, are more than expenses. The excess of income over expenses is rupees 37,000. Let us see second illustration where partial information is provided for subscription income, which is to be disclosed in income expenditure account. Illustration 2. Disclose the given information in the income expenditure account for the year ending 31/3/2024 in the balance sheet as on that day. The subscription received in the year 2023-2024 is rupees 1,50,000. The particulars are as given. Subscription outstanding on date 1/4/2023 amounts to rupees 16,000. As on 31/3/2024, it is rupees 8,000. The subscription received in advance on 1/4/2023 is rupees 9,000. As on 31/3/2024, it is rupees 10,000. Let us now look at the solution. Let us see the explanation. Here, no complete information is provided pertaining to annual accounts, thus partial income expenditure account and balance sheet will be prepared. Current accounting year is 23-24. So, all transactions of this year will be recorded in income expenditure account. Here, income expenditure account is to prepare and it will be prepared under accrual system. Rupees 16,000 outstanding subscription of previous year 22-23, which is included in 1,50,000 rupees, will be deducted. Rupees 8,000 is subscription outstanding of current year will be added. Further, it will be shown at asset side outstanding of the current year 23-24. Rupees 9,000 are received in advance during last year of current year will be added. Rupees 10,000 are received in advance during current year for next year will be deducted. Further, it will be shown at liabilities side subscription received in advance for next year 24-25. The income expenditure account for the year ending 31/3/2024, which is partial, is like this. On the income side, the first entry is by subscription of 1,50,000. From it, we would be deducting the outstanding of 2022-2023 amounting to rupees 16,000. In it, we would be adding outstanding of 2023-2024 of rupees 8,000. Further, we would be adding subscription received in advance in 2022-2023 for 2023-2024, which amounts to rupees 9,000. From it, we would be deducting received in advance in 2023-2024 for 2024-2025. The amount is 10,000. The total subscription in this case comes to 1,41,000. The balance sheet as on 31/3/2024, which is again partial, is like this. On the liability side, we would be showing subscription received in advance of rupees 10,000, and on the asset side, we would be showing subscription outstanding amounting to rupees 8,000. Let us see second illustration where partial information is provided for salary, which is an expense to be disclosed in income expenditure account. Disclose the given information in the income expenditure account for the year ending 31/3/2024 and in balance sheet as on that day. Salary paid in year 2023-2024 is rupees 3 lakh. The particulars of salary paid are like this. The salary outstanding as on 1/4/2023 is rupees 32,000. As on 31/3/2024, it is rupees 16,000. The salary paid in advance is rupees 18,000 as on 1/4/2023 and rupees 20,000 as on 31/3/2024. The income expenditure account for the year ending 31/3/2024, which is partial, would be prepared like this. On the expenses side, the first entry is salary of rupees 3 lakh. From it, we would be deducting outstanding of previous year of rupees 32,000. In it, we would be adding the current year salary paid in previous year of 23/24 in 22/23 rupees 18,000. In it, we would be adding the outstanding of current year of rupees 16,000. From it, we would be deducting the salary paid for next year of rupees 20,000. The total salary amounts to 2,82,000. Now, let us study illustrations where from trial balance, income expenditure account and balance sheet are to be prepared. Illustration 4. From the given trial balance and additional information of Varanasi Club, prepare income expenditure account for the year ending 31/3/2024 and balance sheet as on that day. Trial balance as on 31/3/2024 of Varanasi Club is like this. The capital fund is of rupees 40,000, cash on hand is rupees 3,000, bank balance is rupees 2,500, 15% loan which was taken on 1/7/2023 is rupees 20,000, furniture is of rupees 10,000, clubhouse is of rupees 60,000, taxes and insurance is of rupees 3,000, honorarium to secretary is rupees 4,500, entrance fee of which half is to be capitalized is rupees 5,000, subscription received in advance is rupees 1,500, color expenses is rupees 6,600, stationery printing expenses is 2,000, legal charges is of rupees 500, the subscription is of rupees 20,000, repairing expenses is of rupees 500, interest on loan is rupees 1,000, income of entertainment program is 10,000, expenses of entertainment program is rupees 6,400, hall rent is rupees 3,500. The total comes to 1 lakh rupees. The adjustments to be made are subscription of rupees 1,500 outstanding for the year 23/24, provide 5% depreciation on clubhouse and furniture, closing stock of stationery is rupees 200, honorarium outstanding of secretary is rupees 1,500, 2/3 of color work expenses is to be carried forward to next year and insurance paid in advance is rupees 400. There are few points which should be kept in mind while solving such examples. 1. As and when adjustments are given, first of all give treatments of adjustments and then deal with the rest items. 2. When asked to prepare income expenditure account, always remember accrual rule. Let us now see the explanation for the adjustments. The first adjustment is subscription of rupees 1,500 outstanding for the year 23/24. Here income expenditure account is to be prepared. Thus, outstanding subscription of current year shall be added to subscription at income side. Since it is receivable amount of subscription, it shall be shown at asset side in balance sheet. 2. Provide 5% depreciation on clubhouse and furniture. Rupees 3000, which is rupees 60,000 into 5% on clubhouse, and rupees 500, which is calculated as rupees 10,000 into 5%, shall be debited to income expenditure account, and net amount of clubhouse and furniture shall be shown at asset side of the balance sheet. Third, closing stock of stationery is rupees 200. Total cash purchase of stationery is rupees 2000 and the stock is of rupees 200. Thus, actual expenses of rupees 1800 shall be shown at expenditure side and rupees 200 as stationery stock at asset side in the balance sheet. 4. Honorarium outstanding of secretary is of rupees 1500. Here, income expenditure account is to be prepared. Thus, honorarium outstanding of current year shall be added at expenditure side. Since it is payable amount of honorarium, it shall be shown at liability side of the balance sheet. 5. 2/3 of color expenses is to be carried forward to the next year. The color expenses of which 2/3 is to be carried forward to next year is calculated as 6,600 into 2 by 3, which amounts to rupees 4,400. This is color expenses not written off. The color work expenses written off during the year is calculated as rupees 6,600 minus rupees 4,400 amounting to rupees 2,200. Sixth, insurance paid in advance of rupees 400. Here, income expenditure account is to be prepared. Thus, premium paid in advance of next year shall be deducted from taxes and insurance. Rupees 400 should be shown on expenditure side. Since it is advance payment, it will be treated as receivable amount of advance payment and shall be shown at asset side in the balance sheet. Let us now see the implied adjustments. These are recognized from given information and accordingly the treatment is given. The seventh adjustment is interest on 15% loan. Interest of 9 months from 1/7/2023 to 31/3/2024 will be calculated. The formula used is I equals to PRN upon 100. The amounts are rupees 20,000 into 9 into 15 upon 100 into 12. The total interest payable is rupees 2,250. The interest paid on loan rupees 1,000 is disclosed in the trial balance. Therefore, interest outstanding is rupees 2,250 minus rupees 1,000. The amount is rupees 1,250. It will be added to interest on loan and disclosed at expenditure side. Since it is payable amount of interest, it shall be shown at liability side in the balance sheet. The entrance fee, out of which half is to be capitalized, is the 8th entry. Amount to be capitalized is 5,000 upon 2. The amount is 2,500. Therefore, 2,500 is shown as revenue income on credit side of income expenditure account and rupees 2,500 is shown with capital fund in the balance sheet. Now, let us proceed to see the income expenditure account, which is to be prepared according to the given information. Income expenditure account for the year ending 31/3/2024 of Varanasi Club is shown here. Let us see the expenses side first. The first entry is taxes and insurance of rupees 3000. From it, we deduct prepaid taxes and insurance of rupees 400. The amount is 2600. Then there is honorarium to secretary of rupees 4500. In it, we add outstanding honorarium of rupees 1500. The amount is 6000 rupees. Then we have the color expenses of rupees 6600. From it, we deduct 2/3 for the next year. The amount is 4400 rupees. The total comes out as rupees 2200. Then the next entry is stationery and printing expenses of rupees 2000. Then we have from it we deduct stationery stock of rupees 200. The actual amount is rupees 1800. Then there are legal charges of rupees 500, repairing expenses of rupees 500. After that, we record interest on loan of rupees 1000. To it, we add outstanding interest of rupees 1250. The amount comes to rupees 2250. Then we record expenses of entertainment program. The amount is rupees 6400. Then we include the depreciation amounts of the clubhouse rupees 3000 and of furniture of rupees 500. The total depreciation is rupees 3500. Let us see the entries on the income side. We have the very first entry of entrance fees of rupees 5000, out of which half has to be capitalized. So, we deduct the remaining half of rupees 2500. The amount charged to the income expenditure account is rupees 2500. Then we have the subscription amount of rupees 20,000. In it, we add outstanding subscription amount of rupees 1500. The total subscription amount is rupees 21,500. Then we record income of entertainment of rupees 10,000. The hall rent is recorded at rupees 3,500. As the total of income is more than the expenses, on the debit side we record excess of income over expenses as 11,750. Then we have the balance sheet as on 31/3/2024 of Varanasi Club. Let us see the asset side first. Furniture of rupees 10,000 is recorded. From it, we deduct depreciation of 500. The final amount comes to 9,500 rupees. The next entry is clubhouse for rupees 60,000. From it, we deduct depreciation of rupees 3,000 and we get the net amount as 57,000. The color work expenses not written off are recorded at 4,400. The stationery stock as given is rupees 200. The subscription outstanding amount is rupees 1500. The prepaid insurance is of rupees 400. The cash on hand is of rupees 3,000. The bank balance is of rupees 2,500. Moving to the liabilities side, the very first entry is of capital fund of rupees 40,000. In it, we add half of the entrance fee, that is 2,500, and we add excess of income over expenses of rupees 11,750. The total capital fund comes to 54,250. 15% loan is recorded as rupees 20,000. The loan interest outstanding as calculated is recorded at 1,250. Honorarium outstanding of secretary is rupees 1500. Subscription received in advance is rupees 1500. The total of the balance sheet is rupees 78,500. Now, let us see another illustration, illustration 5. From the given trial balance as on 31/3/2024 and additional information of Swami Trust Hospital, prepare an income expenditure account and balance sheet. The trial balance as on 31/3/2024 of Swami Trust Hospital is like this. Let us see the debit balances first. Furniture of rupees 15,000, medicine stock of rupees 4,000, purchase of medicine during the year of rupees 29,200, building of rupees 60,000, laboratory of rupees 40,000, operation theatre and equipment of rupees 1,20,000, annual blood donation expenses of rupees 5,000, staff salary of rupees 51,000, insurance of rupees 1,500, stationery and printing of rupees 2,500, subscription of newspapers of rupees 1,000, bank balance of rupees 4,300, cash on hand of rupees 500, X-ray machine of rupees 1,20,000, honorarium to doctors of rupees 1,45,000. Moving to the credit balances, the first is outdoor patient registration fees, which is a revenue of rupees 95,000, indoor patient fees of rupees 1,68,200, rent of hall of rupees 2,000, government grant which is a revenue of rupees 20,000, sundry incomes of rupees 8,000, charity of rupees 1,25,000, the capital fund of rupees 1,88,000. The total of the trial balance is 5,99,000. Additional information given is salary outstanding of rupees 2,000, prepaid insurance is of rupees 200, annual depreciation provision 20% on laboratory, 5% on furniture and 2% on building. Medicine stock is of rupees 2,200. Now, let us see the solution. Government grant is revenue in nature and hence credited to income expenditure account. The income expenditure account for the year ending 31/3/2024 of Swami Trust Hospital is like this. Let us see the expenses side first. The first entry is annual blood donation expenses of rupees 5,000. Then we have staff salary of rupees 51,000, to which we add outstanding staff salary of rupees 2,000. The total amount recorded is 53,000. Then we have insurance of rupees 1,500. From it we deduct prepaid insurance of rupees 200. The amount recorded is 1,300. Then we have stationery printing expenses, which is 2,500 rupees. Moving ahead, we have subscription of newspaper of rupees 1,000. Then we have medicine expenses, of which opening stock is rupees 4,000. In it we add the purchases of 29,200 and we deduct closing stock of 2,200. The amount recorded is 31,000. Then we include depreciation on furniture of rupees 750, on building of rupees 1,200 and on laboratory of rupees 4,000. The amount recorded is 5,950. Then we record honorarium to doctors of rupees 1,45,000. Moving to the income side, we can see the first entry recorded is outdoor patient registration fees, which is a revenue as rupees 95,000. Indoor patient fees is of rupees 1,68,200. The rent of hall is rupees 2,000. Government grant, which is again a revenue, is of rupees 20,000. The sundry incomes is of rupees 800. The total of the income side is 2,86,000. On the debit side, we record excess of income over expenditure, which is 41,250. Moving on, we can see the balance sheet as on 31/3/2024 of Swami Trust Hospital. On the asset side, we can see the building is recorded at rupees 60,000, from which we deduct a depreciation of rupees 1,200. The net amount recorded is 58,800. The next entry is of furniture amounting to rupees 15,000. From it, we deduct depreciation of rupees 750. The net amount is 14,250. Then we have operation theatre and equipment of rupees 1,20,000. Then we record the entry of X-ray machine of rupees 1,20,000. After that, there is laboratory of rupees 40,000. From it, we deduct depreciation of 4,000. The net amount is 36,000. The prepaid insurance amounts to rupees 200. The cash balance, which is cash on hand, is rupees 500. The bank balance is rupees 4,300. The stock of medicines, which is a closing stock, is rupees 2,200. Then on the liability side, we have recorded the capital fund amounting to rupees 1,88,000. In it, we add the charity amount of 1,25,000 and we also add excess of income over expenses of rupees 41,250. The overall amount or the total amount recorded for capital fund is rupees 3,54,250. The salary outstanding is rupees 2,000. The total of the balance sheet is 2,84,900. Friends, in this module we have seen 5 illustrations and each illustration different aspect is discussed. In brief, in first illustration from given information, transactions pertaining to income and expenditure account are identified, treatment of adjustments also studied. Finally, all relevant items are disclosed at appropriate place in income expenditure account. In the second illustration, we have studied disclosure of subscription in income and expenditure account under accrual system. This illustration explains difference between cash and accrual system. In the third illustration, we have studied disclosure of salary in income expenditure account under accrual system. This illustration explains the difference between cash and accrual system. In illustration 4 and 5, trial balance and adjustments are given and from them we have prepared income expenditure account and balance sheet. In illustration 4, we dealt with annual accounts of the club and illustration 5 deals with annual accounts of Swami Trust Hospital. In part 5, we will understand some additional issues pertaining to annual accounts. You are suggested to refresh all previous parts for better understanding of subsequent parts. Thank you all for joining.